Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited because this is my first pick a card reading, and the question, or should I say the theme for the reading today would be, what messages does the universe have for you? Because I know the universal energy has just been very tough. There's a lot of changes that have taken place. A lot of people have been cutting cords, speaking their truth, stating their authenticity, and it has been hard. You know, we had a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse. Mercury went back into retrograde. Finally, it's back in direct at the beginning of a new moon in Leo. And it was a super moon in Leo just 3 days ago at the beginning of August. So there's been a lot of crazy transitions, redirections, people just holding on tightly, if that makes sense. So I know during that time I needed a lot of guidance, a lot of reassurance, a lot of confirmation, and I needed hope because I was redirected. A lot of people have been redirected on their life paths. Hopefully this reading can inspire some hope in you so that you know all of your hard work is paying off, and it'll serve as confirmation that all that you have put into, all of the inner work, all of the healing, all of the moving on that you've been doing has not been in vain. And you will be receiving blessings because of that. Anytime you do something to improve you and your life and to spread love into this world, it literally just multiplies right back to you. Of course, these readings are timeless, so despite whenever I upload this video, you can watch it whenever. And for those of you who have never seen a pick a card reading before, basically, it works on the premise of law of attraction, and everything happens for a reason, divine timing. So whenever you click on this video and watch it, you're meant to hear it. I'm gonna have 4 piles, I'll show you in a second, and you're gonna choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. Intuitively see which pile stands out to you, and you pick it, and that's your reading. And there's no shame if a couple piles call out to you. Then again, this is a general reading, so it's going to be pretty universal. Take whatever messages apply, whatever resonates. Whatever doesn't resonate, just let it go. I was getting ready for this reading, and I was like, you kind of dead. So why don't we do just a little bit of natural makeup, you know what I mean? I said just a little bit of spot concealer. That's it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I look good, but okay, so these are the decks I'm going to be using today. This is the Wild Offering deck by Tasha Silver, the Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed, I think it is. This is the Guardian Angel Oracle Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. This is the, let me check. This is the Rumi Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild, and this is just the original Rider-Waite deck. If I could speak today, that would be fantastic. Okay, we finally have our piles. Even like this, it looks prettier. So we have pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 3. Pile 4. Ooh. Okay. So now to mark each one of these piles and to help you guys pick, look how cute that is. My mom just gave this to me. It's a miniature soda light heart, and I'm just in love with it. So that's gonna be pile number 1. This crystal heart that my mom also gave me, my best friend by the way, that's gonna mark pile number 2. This piece of lapis lazuli is gonna mark pile number 3, and tiger's eye for pile number 4. Now this is pile 1, this is pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. I don't know why I need to explain that a million times, but I just do, so roll with it. So I want you to look at each one of these crystals, and I want you to pick which deck stands out to you the most, or you can pick by which one of these stones calls out to you the most. And then look down in the description, you'll see the timestamps for each one of these piles. Click to that timestamp, and I mean, come on, have your reading. Okay. Also keep in mind, this is a general reading, So I am going to be very specific in the type of people or situations that probably chose this group, but the overall lesson or guidance could be applied to just about any situation. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's get on to the reading. For those of you who chose sodalite, sodalite is a crystal for people who's trying to get their project lifted off the ground, but don't have necessarily the confidence or the courage to really get it lifted off the ground. So maybe that applies to you, maybe it doesn't. That's just why I love sodalite. So let's hop into your reading. Let's see what we got here. And so you already got multiple majors in your reading. You also have master number 44, which is about building a strong foundation, which is funny because you have 4 over here, which is a major card as well, talking about building a strong foundation. You have 14, you have 14. Okay, so this could apply to a project, it could apply to a relationship, but, okay, so with the reverse 7 of Pentacles and the Moon card, there is some information that you have found out about whatever you've spent your time and money and whatever you've invested into, and you're realizing now that it hasn't been paying off and you're not seeing the results and the promises that you were promised, but now you're stuck between a decision of whether you should move on or not, because this card is telling me that it's also affecting your money, whatever it may be. If it's a relationship, it could be, are you providing for them to the point where they're just sucking you dry and they don't really care about you? You found out that they might be seeing people behind your back, and you've spent so much time, energy, and effort into this person that you genuinely wanted to help. But the secrets came out, and now you're having to make a decision. But with the Sun card, it's telling me, like, you theoretically already know the answer to your situation because it's so unhappy. The Sun card is, for me, the happiest card in the deck. And reverse tells me that whatever, if it's a project, if it's a job, if it's a job, it could be that you found out your boss has been using you and not paying you what you should be deserved. And all of your efforts are going unnoticed, and your worth is not being incorporated with your pay. You're putting in too much, you're not getting enough. Whatever the situation may be, apply how it fits. You need to move on, but you're trying to find any excuse, like whether it be leaving the job. I'm getting a strong feeling, this is very specific when it comes to the relationship, that this person is a very immature person. Very irrational, very emotionally volatile. And you thought you could help them grow up, help them mature, help them become more wise, but with this organization card and with all of, this is the same card as the Emperor. And I'm getting a strong feeling that there's no foundation. This person has no foundation to build upon. There's no reasoning there. But yep, see, with the Guardian of Emotion card, it says, this situation requires emotional maturity and total trust. You're surrounded by those who have only the best intentions, so you can rely on the advice you're given. Challenges will be resolved. This card also indicates a generous, humanitarian, and refined person whom you can completely depend on. This person also describes you. So I really get a feeling you are this guardian of emotion. You are mature emotionally. You are very reasonable. You know, whether it does have to do with business or relationships, or if it's a friend, whatever. But I'm getting a strong feeling that this connection runs deep. But I'm getting a feeling that yeah, I'm getting a strong feeling. I'm not going to say block this person. I'm not going to say, you know, just cut them off. But you know you need to walk away, at least for the moment, because they're telling me right here, the number 14 card, that it's a win-win solution. If you guys can see that card, a win-win solution. There's strength in diversity. By blending the ideas of other people with your own, you can often come up with a solution that's magnificent. Start by focusing on the aspects that everyone agrees upon, and then open your mind to compromise and working together. Stay balanced and seek out... I got it. I got it. With the act as if, reclaim your power in the gratitude card. I got it. Okay, so this is making more sense. If this is a relationship, which I'm getting the feeling it is. Sorry, you guys, this is very specific, but take what resonates. With this win-win solution, the Guardian of Emotion organization, you know that this is not healthy. Your boundaries are being crossed. You're not standing up for yourself. And you're being walked all over, but for some reason you haven't moved on, and you might not be sure why, but I get a feeling that you were brought into this person's life or this job or this project, whatever it is that you have been putting so much effort into, and you're wondering why you haven't left yet. Like, why are you so stuck on this, whatever it may be? And it's because you are the teacher in this situation. You are the mature one in this situation, and whatever it was brought into your life for you to use your skills, expertise, and wisdom on, so that you can help shape and grow them. Because yes, they are making a lot of mistakes, and with this child reverse, not only do I see them being mature, or if it's a project, it being, you know, something new, you know, something that's just born. But it's also telling me that you are supposed to nurture this person, whatever it is, like a child. You are supposed to help it grow so that it can learn and really expand upon your ideas, your perspective, your wisdom. But you also need to reclaim your power. You need to set up your boundaries. You need to, especially with all this blue that I'm seeing right here, and green, that you really need to start working on opening back up your heart chakra, because green is the color for the heart chakra. And yes, you have been hurt, but you have to open up that heart chakra in your reality. If you open up your heart to the world will open its heart to you. You know, keep in mind, people do hurt you, but they're not necessarily bad people. They're just doing the best that they can. And so when you start reclaiming your power and saying, you know what, this is the line, you cannot cross it. You know, I will help you in this way, and this way, but I will not be a doormat. You will have this victory that it's talking about. You will be successful because you know that you're not supposed to be with this person or really stick with this project or whatever it is, but you know that your role in it is not done yet. If that makes sense. Like, there's more work, there's more. You are not done with this situation. You are not, simply, you're just not done yet. There's more work that needs to be done. But you have to, in order to see this victory, you need to open up your heart chakra. And then also with the blue, that's the color of the throat chakra. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to speak your truth. You need to set up your boundaries. And you need to let whoever know, this is what I will tolerate, this is what I won't tolerate. We also have this gratitude card. Find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm, like the warmth of the sun. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so you might be looking back, you know, those hearing this reading right now, you're sitting there and you're so tired. You've put in so much effort, and you think back to when you were happier or when you just had more joy and positivity and energy, and you're feeling so worked down, so tired. But this is saying in order to feel restored, in order to, and to be honest, in order to see the impact that you're having in the life of others and whatever you pour your heart into, is by gratitude. And that's just finding one thing that you feel grateful for at this very moment. And that will restore you to, well, you know what? The world isn't working against me, it's working for me. Yeah, you are a very wise person. You're a very mature person. Sorry, this reading is all over the place. I'm just getting a lot of messages. You've learned a lot. You don't have to be older, but you are definitely a wise soul. And you're trying to figure out the best way to deal with this situation because you're mature enough not to handle it immaturely and just block it, just cut it off, or, you know, do something irrational because you really do want the best for this person or this project. But it's saying just keep going, live in gratitude, act as if things are going smoothly, and your reality will reflect that. Reclaim your power. You are strong, group number 1. You are powerful. Don't forget that. And just because you're helping someone doesn't mean that you have to let yourself be walked all over, because you need to look at this situation as you and whatever the other party is. Now you have to make sure both parties are treated fairly. Okay, I'm going to use this Rider-Waite Tarot deck to see what your future holds. If you, don't mean it like a threatening way, like if you adhere to this advice, but you know, if you can, you know, work on these changes, put in the effort, speak your truth, set up your boundaries. Let's see what your future holds. Let's see what will be coming your way if you can heal and break this cycle. Future. Oh my god. Sorry. The Ten of Cups. Okay, so this is a major, and it's like the happiest card in the deck. But this is also the happiest card in the deck, and I really mean it, because... Here, let me go ahead and draw the other two. But I feel like I don't even need to. Wow. Oh my gosh. Literally, you guys got the happiest deck, like, happiest cards in the deck. Because this card right here, not this one, but this one, you know, describes how you've been wanting to give up. But the Ten of Cups is about, you know, 10 is a number of completion. Cups it's all about emotions. This is about emotional fulfillment. This is about looking back and being victorious, because the Four of Wands is about a celebration in the home. It's about, you know, feeling like your efforts have paid off, finally seeing the victory you have been hoping for this whole time. And the Ace of Wands tells me that if you continue to stick it out, even though you might not be seeing, you know, the rewards that you were promised, it will be worth it. And not only will be worth it, it's a blessing in disguise, is what they're telling me. This is a blessing in disguise. You will have this celebration. You will have a happy home, because both of these cards talk about the home being complete, family, healing relationships. And the Ace of Wands talks about a new spark in your passion. You know, if this is a project, it's about, you know what, you putting that extra mile, you finding that, you know, shifting your perspective and saying, you know what, I can do this. I have this motivation. LOL, I can do whatever I set my mind to, and no one's going to stop me. Literally, I'm in awe right now, because the Ten of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands, it's the happiest, I mean, complete home life, healed relationships, a new spark in all of your projects, and just having a new passion in life, because the Ace is a new beginning. This is a new beginning, and you feeling passionate towards life. And this hand holding that wand is telling me you are now knowing what you truly have to offer to this world, and it's also being reciprocated and appreciated, and you will be able to look back and see all the effort that you put into this, and see just how you've had this huge, humongous positive impact in it that has just rippled in all directions of time. Okay, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this reading. Please like the video if this video has resonated with you, please subscribe, share it, comment down below what resonated, tell me your story. I love hearing your story, and I hope to see you guys again. Thank you guys so much. Please join the family, and please tune in for the next video. Thank you guys. Bye. Everyone watching this right now, take a deep breath, say, I'm just getting the feeling already from this energy that you just need to slow down, you need to breathe, you need to relax, and say, everything is okay. Everything is okay, pile number 2. It's okay. I feel led to channel some messages right now. You're provided for. You're not alone. Your efforts have been noticed. You've been putting so much work, effort, and just, it's been hard. It's been tough. It's taken a lot out of you, but just go ahead and know that not everyone could have done what you've did. And you are resilient because of that. You're so beautiful and you're so strong. And I'm not just saying that. I truly mean it. I'm proud of you. If no one else has told you that, pile number 2, I'm proud of you. I mean, I'm proud of everyone, but I hope those applied to someone. Let's get into your reading. So I can already tell right now that this is a pile of people who've really cut some cords. And, oh, sorry, I'm just like really taking in the energy right now. Like, I can tell people don't even really understand what you truly went through with these people. Like, these people hurt you. I can tell you right now, this is gonna be, it could apply to finances and business and career and stuff like that, but this is, people have hurt you bad. You've had to cut some cords. I mean, if it is relating to a career, then it's just a career that your heart was really into, but like, you've had friends just turn on you. You have really withdrawn from society, but you know what? These are really positive cards. The King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So I want to say right now, you've also had people probably stealing from you. And these 3 cards tell me right here, you don't even see, okay, whoever has hurt you, the people that have hurt you have caused you to become the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. This is the master of his emotions, the master of his money and finances and possessions. Like, this is the ideal emotional man. This man has healed, he has transformed, he is compassionate, he is well balanced, he is not biased, he is grounded, earth energy right here. You now, and I don't know why this is coming through, it seems very random, but because you have had things stolen from you or damaged or broken, you now know the true worth of your materials. You now know what no longer serves you. This can also relate to home life. So I'm really getting a feeling that when I say your home life has changed, like, you might have kicked some people out. Like, when I say you've cut some cords, this Tower moment is quick, irreversible change. Your life is no longer the same. Let me look at these cards real quick. But this is a falling out. This is, especially with this Death card, don't freak out. The Death card is just about transformation and like an ending. It's about an ending. This is about change. But whoever hurt you, this came out of nowhere. This was a surprise to you. You would have never thought these people would have hurt you. You have healed from this. You know, with the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups, you have healed from this. But you still have a foot stuck in the past with this Death reversed card. The Nine of Cups, I'm getting a feeling that you're trying... Either you're trying to make new friends, people are trying to come into your life, new people, or you're trying to start a new relationship with someone, but you can't. Especially with this Death reversed card, and I'll get into that in a second. Ace of Action. This cherub is heralding a time of wonderful new opportunities related to your creativity, your career, or pursuing your dreams. This is a card of action, and if you've been procrastinating, it's time to get busy. It's also a great time to start a new business. Have confidence in your abilities. Messenger of Abundance. Wonderful news regarding your career. Wow. A new job, a promotion, or acceptance into an excellent school comes into your life. You might feel ready to do something that's challenging and fulfilling. This situation may involve someone who's fun to be around and sometimes mischievous. This person, who may be you, is youthful, optimistic, and very clever. And then you also have the Nine of Thought. Stop being so hard on yourself and turn your thoughts towards the positive. There's no need to worry. Anticipating the worst isn't helpful. Know that heaven will provide a solution. If you're experiencing sleepless nights or anxiety over a challenge in your life, release the problem to your angels. And then your two animal oracle cards, or animal spirit oracle cards. A birth is reassured, which ties directly to this, and 5 is a number of change. And embrace the in-between. You also have 3, the dissolving light. And then right here with spaciousness, what do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. Okay, so I have a feeling right now that because you have withdrawn due to people falling out of your life and you cutting cords because you've been betrayed and just effed over and all that jazz, you've now had more time to focus on your passions, your hobbies, or your job, and it is flourishing. It is showing. And because right now with the cycles of the moon and the new moon just occurring in Leo season, I get a strong feeling that right now is a time for you to focus and grow and expand upon your finances and the abundance in your life. This is not really a time, like, if you make friends, yes, but that's not going to be the focus of this cycle that you're in right now. And the Nine of Thought is really telling me that, like, if you are having anxiety, or should I say, you know what, the overall energy of this right now is that if you're wondering why you haven't completely healed from this, you know, what's missing, what's still left to do, the in-between, and you're waiting for this rebirth, you're waiting on that new beginning, and you feel like you've put in all the work, you know, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, and you're wondering where that new dawn is. And it's because there's unforgiveness in your heart. You have not, you know, you've cut the cords, you stood your ground, set your boundaries, spoke your truth, but you have not healed, you have not forgiven, and you have not let go. And with the Embrace the In-Between card, you know, that's all about realizing that people make mistakes. You know, we're all learning. We're all just doing the best that we can with what we have. And that just because someone hurt you doesn't mean that they specifically was like, I hate them, or should I say, they care about you. They still care about you. They will always care about you. They acted selfishly. They hurt you. They stole from you, whatever it may be. But they weren't, okay. Just because they hurt you doesn't mean that they never cared about you. Don't deny or regret any memories that you have with these people. And don't ever deny the fact that you still care about these people. Embrace the whole situation with love. And that's what the dissolving light is all about. wash yourself in forgiveness and say, you know what, I made mistakes, they made mistakes. It is because of the cycles in our lives, we are going separate ways. I refuse to look at them as bad people, because they're not. They made mistakes, I made mistakes, and now our lives are just to where we are not in each other's lives, but I forgive them. I forgive myself, and I choose to learn from these mistakes. And I will always love them unconditionally, without being walked over or hurt, but will still love them unconditionally and forgive them, not forget, but forgive them, because that will set me free and I can finally release these burdens. I will no longer carry this hurt into my future relationships or connections or friendships, and I can truly move on and learn and grow from what I needed to. And this is very specific, but a message that I'm really getting right now is with all this yellow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it has to do with the solar plexus chakra, which has to do with like, how do I word this? Like, for me personally, when my solar plexus chakra is off, that's because I'm feeling very negative about the world. I feel like the world, I'm just responding to my environment instead of my environment responding to me. You know, you have to consciously, out of your own free will, choose to act out of love in this situation in order to heal and step out of it. You know you have this strength. You know you have the money. I mean, if that applies, you know you have gotten better instead of bitter, but now you need to choose to be the better and bigger person in this situation and get that closure, receive that healing, reach out to them and say, I forgive you. You know, breathe love into your existence. And that's how you will be able to achieve this rebirth. That's how you will see this new dawn. You've been waiting for this new dawn. I mean, look at that. It looks like a new dawn. It looks like the sun coming up on the horizon and you being embraced by the glow of the sun. The vitality, the vitality of your life being returned when you choose to live in forgiveness and love. Because then you can truly let go. That is the lesson. That's the cycle that needs to be, should I say, broken or healed in this group. And now I'm going to use this tarot deck to see what effects, you know, breaking this cycle will bring into your life. What this new dawn is. I get 3 cards to describe the new dawn for pile number 2. Pile number 2. And you guys, sorry if these readings are all over the place, but they're general readings and so many messages come through that I just try and get them out as soon as possible. Wow. Number 5 again, 5, number of change. You got 3, which is all about growth, and 5 is a number of change. This is telling me right now, if you choose to forgive and let go and step fully in the present moment and focus on your finances and career, you are going to be so abundant. Like, this is telling me that if you are feeling underappreciated in a job, people are finally going to start seeing what you bring to the table. There's going to be a reevaluation of what people contribute and, you know, who gives what. And there's going to be more equality and fairness. But this is also about you making more money through collaboration. And especially with this card, this is telling me that the dynamic in your workforce or whatever it may be that brings you abundance is going to change. There's going to be shifts. And you're finally going to be heard. You're finally going to be appreciated. And probably with this card, paid more, to be honest. You know, the 9 of Pentacles is it has to, 9 is a number of endings. It's something ending. And I really think it's a dynamic of whatever kind of, you know, your coworkers. It could be, I mean, whoever you work with, whoever you have to collaborate with in order to bring abundance into your life, there's going to be so much growth. There's going to be change in the dynamic. You are going to be taking more of a leadership role. You're going to be more appreciated, more valued, and you're going to get paid more for your work. Your work is going to bring more abundance than it used to. So this cycle that you're stepping into right now, pile number 2, is a financial cycle. You know, heal those relationships. Now it's not really a time to be worried about relationships. They will come find you. You will meet new people along the way. You have cleared out the old and now you've made room for the new. The new will come. You won't have to force that. Work on your finances. It's calling your attention. And oh my God, will you be making some money? Okay. Whew, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you, pile 2. I hope this has brought you just a breath of relief, you know, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this resonated with you guys. If it did resonate, comment down in the, you know, comments. Let me know your story. Let me know how it resonated. Subscribe. Please like, share if you found this video helpful, so that way other people can hopefully take what they need from these readings. Have a blessed and wonderful day, pile number 2, and I'll see you again. Have a great one. Let's get into your reading. So first off the bat, some channeled messages that wanted to come through like an hour before because, you know, I do breaks in between each readings, and like an hour ago, I got wind, I guess you could say, of the energy of this group, and this is definitely like the empaths and the psychics of the group. These are people who are most likely fellow light workers like me. If you don't know what a light worker is, that's a whole nother video. But these are people like me who knew they were different, who never really fit in, seemed like they were just butting heads with society every step that they took. And now they're finally coming into their own and realizing how strong and resilient they are. So yeah, let's get into your reading. Wow. You know what, here. I don't know if you guys could hear that smacking noise, but my jaw just dropped. Oh my God. So there are so many major arcana in this reading. Yeah, this is someone who's, I mean, this is just heavy major energy. Not heavy in a bad way, but intense. This is someone who's, I mean, I don't even feel like I need to tell you anything. Like, you are such a powerful person. You are completing your spiritual awakening. You are discovering your purpose in life. You know who you are. You've been receiving so much enlightenment, so many messages from the universe. The Hangman here. This has been a period of isolation for you. You did go down, especially with the 8 of Cups, what they call the dark night of the soul, which is where you retreat inward, kind of withdraw from society. It's a phase of the spiritual awakening period. And that's where you really withdraw from society and whatnot and go inwards to really discover yourself and all of that, and the truth about things and the truth about your relationships. And it's literally, it's like a purification period. Now with this Magician card, I'm really getting the feeling, especially with the Lovers here, because the Lovers card doesn't just mean like lovers to me. It also, to me, represents feeling like you are in a contract, like you are obligated to be on a certain path and do a certain thing. Like this reminds me of like an arranged marriage, if that makes sense. Like someone feeling imprisoned by their role or their path. And then with the Magician right here, this to me talks about how people like me, people like you, very empathetic, very intuitive. When we are coming into our own, it feels so much like our environment is having an impact on us instead of us impacting our environment. You know, we have so many strong factors, so many tensions rising, everything just bubbling to the surface within you, because it's a purification process. Because you are on such a strong spiritual path that you are going to learn these karmic lessons, and you're going to learn them quickly, which is why you've been through so much in your life, which is why you've had to walk away from things that you thought made you happy. Look at that, 2 number 8s. And 8, I was just thinking about this in the last reading, I kid you not. 8 for me is a number of strength. I mean, and it took a lot of strength out of you to walk away from these things, because you used to call these people your friends. You've had disputes. This card makes me feel like you've had disputes with your family. You might not be accepted with your family. Use your mind wisely. Claim your independence. Your independence not just from those around you, not from what used to define you, not from even the gifts that you have to offer spiritually or physically or emotionally. But claim your independence, your self-acceptance, and loving yourself unconditionally, to where, you know what, no matter what I do, I'm on the perfect path. Everything that I do is according to divine timing. I could not run from God's grace or the universe's grace if I wanted to. I am protected, I am loved, and everything that's happened to me and that is happening to me is so that I can expand as a spirit, so that I can grow. But also to expand upon that. I'll get to this in a second. Use your mind wisely. You know, you've kind of been having to fend for yourself here, especially with this right here. You don't even know what direction you really want to go anymore. Especially after you walked away from this, you used your strength, you walked away, you discovered your path. The Magician reversed is someone who feels like they don't control their life. The Magician, the archetype of the Magician, is all about someone who realizes that they have all the tools in front of them here. Actually, I'm going to hold this card up. So, the Magician right here has his wand, his sword, his cup, the pentacle. This is all 4 assets of a human being, all 4 suits in the tarot deck. You know, his passions, his mental strength, his reasoning, his wisdom, his happiness, his emotions in check, and his physical, like, his possessions and money in balance and in check. His mind is opened, his third eye is opened to all the possibilities, and he realizes that he has all of these tools from all of the wisdom and lessons that he's gained in his life. He now has everything he could possibly need to craft the life that he wants to live, to create the life that he wants to live, and to make the change that he wants to live. The world does not have an impact on the Magician. The Magician has an impact on the world. And when this card is reversed, that tells me that, you know, whoever chose this reading doesn't even realize their own strength. Like, you think you're strong now. Like, you've been such, and I don't want to say a victim, because there's no such thing as a victim. We are all survivors, and we all learn, and everything happens for a reason. But this is someone who feels like, I mean, the world pulls all the strings. You know, everything has been so outside of their grasp, and They have no control in their life. I mean, point blank. But you're now entering this new season with Claim Your Independence. And these cards right here, which I will explain. You are going to start stepping into your power, especially with the Sacred Soul Sister. 3, 7, you know, that equals 10. I don't know why that stood out to me, but this really, really, I mean, 10 is the number of completion. You have completed the spiritual awakening. You not only have completed and learned what you needed to learn, but you're now stepping into your power. You know, this reading is specifically and almost, I want to say purely, as confirmation of your progress this far. The steps you have taken, the cords you have cut, the lessons that you've learned, and the crosses you've had to bear did not go unnoticed. You know, your spiritual team and I, we're so proud of you. Coming from, oh, I could almost cry. Oh my God, I'm about to start crying. I know how hard it is. I know how alone you felt. I know how you're not crazy. If no one has told you that, you're not crazy. What you're experiencing is normal. And it's because you're here to make a difference in this world. You are greater than. You are blessed. Your life is now better because of what has happened to you, because of what you've been through and what you've experienced. Don't ever feel like you are less than because of that. Because that's not true. That is not yours. Do not accept that. That is someone else's truth. You are resilient. And excuse my language, but like, if you're like me, which I know you are, you're a tough bitch to kill. But now that you've dug out all of these weeds, you've gone so far on this path, you kind of feel directionless. Okay, what now? But this card is what comes in, the Sacred Soul Sister. And this card is specifically about finding your tribe, about branching out, being your authentic self and showing your authentic self to this world and attracting those soul connections that you know you deserve, that are worth your time, your energy, and your effort. And also the color red right here really represents the root chakra. The root chakra, when you start to balance your root chakra, you take control and power back in your life. You take control. I create my reality. I co-create with the universe. You know, it is not my burden or obligation to live a dream life. I simply have to show up and respond how I know how I should respond, with love, with forgiveness, with faith, you know, all of that good spiritual jazz. But you can now just and live the happier side, should I say, of the spiritual awakening process. When you meet people just like you, when you really start to learn and play with your abilities, when you accept yourself for the first time truly in your life and you embrace it, you see how, what's the word? Eccentric these animals look. Look how eccentric and different, should I say, these animals look. Oh my God, I'm so shaking. I drink too much coffee, don't judge me. But do you see how beautiful they are? You know, the wings right here, you're about to take flight, sweetie. These feathers, are those wings? Okay, I can't tell if these are wings or butterflies, but it's literally all the same symbolism of transformation, of growth, of taking flight, where instead of walking, we are now running. There's no more falling, there is flying. Okay, let me actually get to these cards now. See, you are being called into your life purpose and your life path. This card says, it is time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun. So move into the light and shine for all to see. What did I just say? This card is about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. Like, I see myself in this reading so much. Like, you are a star. Like, you are a light worker. You, like, if you do not know what that is, please do yourself a favor and look it up. Be open to success. This is the Chariot card? Yes. Yeah, because 6 is a Lovers. Yeah. This is a Chariot. This is about fast-paced movement. This is about being balanced, having a firm foundation, and now you can proceed forward quickly, you know, but in a very Steady. I'm no longer walking. I'm now running. I'm not tripping. I'm not stumbling. I am running. Look at all the wonderful things you can do when you listen to your divine guidance. See, you've been developing your intuition. You've balanced so many different priorities and have come out a winner. There will be a lot of recognition and praise headed your way, but don't be shy. Allow others to shower you with the gratitude you deserve. Because, sweetie, I don't know if you know this, but all the healing, love, forgiveness, all that jazz that you put out into this world, not only does it ripple, but it magnifies and comes right back to you. Nothing you do goes in vain. Helper of thought, your life is about... What did I just say? Your life is about to start moving very fast. Events that seem to be on hold because of the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is all about knowing divine timing, being in sync, and knowing when to wait. The Hanged Man is someone who is enlightened and waits for the right moment to proceed. Things that seem to have been on hold suddenly require all of your attention. There's no time to sit and ponder. You've got to get moving. Review the details as best you can. You know will meet or are someone with a very quick mind who instantly grasps what to do. This is a person who is both confident and courageous. Wow. Like, need I say more? Oh, LOL. So, now I'm going to use my tarot deck, and we're going to see, you know, there's not even a cycle that needs to be broken. This whole reading for you has just been like, good job. You know, we recognize how far you've come, and you have been triumphant. I guess the only cycle here to heal, or the only lesson to learn in order to, is to make sure you claim your independence, know who you are as an individual, to fully accept every part of you and your past, everything that has created you up until this moment, accept all of it with unconditional love. Nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our oneness, dear universe. You know, you were on that dark night of the soul. You worked and healed all of those traumas within you. You're good, sweetie. Put your guns down. You're about to meet your tribe. Your mind is so strong. You're stepping into your power and realizing how much of an impact you will have on this world. And let's see what's the next cycle that you're going to be stepping into. What kind of energy you can be looking forward to. What cycle is pile 3 about to step into? Don't get shocked by this card, I'll explain. Okay, so this is telling me right now that if you have been very busy physically, this is going to be a time of rest. This is going to be a time of reflecting on your accomplishments. You know, the suit of the swords is all about the mind. This card is about mentally reflecting and, you know, growing and learning from what you've accomplished, what you've been through. This is all about taking a break, relaxing, and waiting for the right moment to go forward, because things are going to start going much quicker by themselves. And you are here to say, okay, get ready, buckle up. Because this card right here is telling me, the Two of Pentacles, it's all about having to make a choice. The waves in the background is really telling me that whatever choice you have to make, you need to follow your heart and your emotions, because they will know the way long before your mind can reason it. This is telling me, you know, it could apply to it's mainly what direction you want to go in life, because you're realizing now you truly weren't happy, and you're realizing now what true happiness is. You might not know what it is, but you're realizing what I have known is not pure joy, not pure bliss. This is not the happy life that I want for myself. I am not happy, I'm not content, but in the most positive way, because the magician's now going to become right side up, and you're going to say, you know what, I haven't been happy, and now I can actually create the life that I want to live because I'm able to. And this is telling me that, you know, you've dug up all the weeds with your inner reflection, but now you're going to be doing inner reflection and working with your soul family in order to, what are your passions, you know, expanding and going deeper on your purpose and role in this life. No more, okay, I gotta fix this, I gotta fix that, I gotta do that, I gotta maintenance. This is, let me truly fall in love and discover myself. And now I see the path that I'm on, and the path is to create the life that I want to live. Because it's okay to admit you're not happy. You're still grateful, we both know you are, but this is saying, why not make it better? Why can't I live the life that I know I deserve? Oh, you know what? I'm going to. Because the only person stopping me is me. And no one else is going to get in my way. Seriously. Like group 3, comment down below. Let me know your story. Let me know how this resonates. That's all I got for you guys. Well, actually, I didn't do this with any of the other piles. But, so, doing this long enough, this is a deck of 200 different messages from the universe about all different topics and things that I have created and compiled from doing my readings. And this deck is very specific and special to me, but I feel very led to pull you some messages from the universe. Words of encouragement and guidance for reading number 3. Thank you, Divine, for sharing this guidance with us, for showing us the way and helping us receive clarity. Thank you for the work that you're doing in our lives. Wow. This is why I love this deck so much, because it's so specific, and it's 200 completely different messages, like some of them based on finances, relationships, spiritual gifts, just words of encouragement. But they still somehow, I mean, I know why, but are so specific to the reading that you just, God is here with us now in this reading. Like, you can't deny it. Like, this card says, stop running. You have the necessary skills, strength, and experience to overcome anything. Did I not say that with the Magician card? Sorry, it looks like chicken scratch, but you're not here to judge my handwriting. It's time to step into the lion's den and show them all that you've learned. Show them your strength, your power, your individuality, and your independence. And this says, you can't blame yourself for something that someone else chose to do. Release the guilt. You did nothing wrong, and step into forgiveness. Forgive yourself, forgive them, heal it, receive that closure, and live freely, you know, live weightlessly is what it feels like to me. When you heal and let go and release all of those things that no longer serve you, you live so freely, like you feel weightless, you know, and that's what peace is. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope it resonated. Let me know down in the comments if, you know, your story, what resonated, and what you liked, what further topics you'd like to see me do readings on. Please smash that subscribe button, that like button. If you found this helpful and insightful, please share this to get this message out. And please stay tuned for the next one. Thank you guys. I love you so much, and have a great one. Welcome, Pile 4. this is your reading. For those of you, I feel led to give this message, but Tiger's Eye, for those of you who know about crystals and crystal healing, Tiger's Eye is like primarily used and promotes strength, inner strength, courage, bravery. Those of you who chose this pile could have chosen this Tiger's Eye. I mean, mainly because it's beautiful, but it could be because you're looking for, I'm not going to say you're looking for strength because you have that strength within you to overcome anything, but looking for reassurance. And this right here, actually, if you guys can see it, this is my favorite crystal in existence. This is Angel Aura Quartz, and it's used to promote spiritual healing on all levels, whether you realize what needs to be healed or not. It's literally like the best of everything because it also, it helps me realign my chakras. It helps my clairvoyant abilities if I'm looking to have visions. It helps me heal and release traumas and cut cords. And I would really recommend to this pile, the universe just really put it on my heart to recommend crystals to you guys. If you guys have crystals, really get into using them. They help a lot. I mean, they're more than just rocks. Enough of my tangent. Okay, let's get into your reading. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, right off the bat, this is someone who needs to release their firm grip on their life or situations, their possessions. This is someone who, like, no offense, I'm the same way, but like we can all be control freaks and want to control everything. We want to understand everything. It's a form of control, we trust our perspective more so than anyone else's because, I mean, it's ours. But this is really telling me that this is what I see, this is what I feel. I just see a fist so tightly just, oh, I gotta do that. Why didn't that? Frustration, you need to release it. You need to let it go. It's not your obligation. It's not your, it's not your problem. It's not your cross to bear. All you have to do is show up and heal. You gotta show up and you gotta let it go. You got to transform the situation. You gotta see it from a different perspective. You have been hurt. This is someone who's been hurt, but this is someone who, you've been hurt, but you haven't healed from it. You're carrying around all of this baggage. And there's this huge mindset that the world works against me. I can't trust anyone. Or, there's a healthy perspective of, everyone will eventually let me down. Therefore, I don't hold anyone to unrealistic expectations, and I understand that people are people. That's healthy. This energy, this vibe is everyone's just gonna hurt me, everyone's just gonna disappoint me, and you're only fixated on either hurt, what you can't do, what you don't have. This is just negative, it's negativity. This is, I'm trying to control everything. And you're very out of sync with your life right now. That's why you're butting heads with everything. Because right now the universe is trying so hard to shake you of that grip and realize, there's beauty in realizing that you don't control everything. You can't control everything. And that's because you don't have to. You're human. We co-create with our creator. We are not our creators. That's because we can make it God's. Release the idea of my. As soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. When there is no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from the prison of my. You have been hurt. Well, there's been a lot of frustrations, a lot of changes and plans, especially with trust and divine detours. Let love transform, make your dreams real. Ace of Abundance, I'll explain how all of this ties into it, but the King of Swords, the Ace of Swords, you have found mental strength. You have found a new mindset, I want to say this is, I am powerful. No one's going to, okay, here, for example, the King of Swords. The King of Swords, it's someone who is very reasonable, who is unbiased. It has to do with the mind. It is someone who, the ideal archetype of someone's mindset, the ideal mindset you can have as a human being is the King of Swords. This is someone who is very balanced, who hears everyone out. Now, this might not be someone who's in touch with their emotions, but they are driven by reason. They are fearless. They are very mathematical. They're very, literally, I can do anything because what's going to stop me? I'm strong. I have this sword. I can swing it. I have a car. I can go get a job. I can make money. I can have this. It's simple reasoning. It's but this Ace of Swords is telling me that you've had detours recently. You've had a lot of what we call course corrections, a lot of changes to your plans. A lot of plans did not work out here. And the Devil card is telling me you are so stubborn. You are so resistant to just letting it go and letting go of the old plan that you used to have. The Seven of Wands is about someone feeling so attacked, so backed into a corner, but they don't even realize that they're on the higher ground. They have the advantage point to what's below them. And that's you right now. You don't see this gift that the universe is trying to give you by correcting they might have hurt. They might have been super frustrating. Because I'm straight up, pile number 4. I'm going to tell you right now, the energy, you feel like a baby. I don't mean that in an offensive way. We all have this same tendency, but this is someone who says, I wanted this, I wanted that, I wanted it this way, I wanted it this time, and I wanted it to happen like this. And the universe is saying, sweetie, it don't happen that way. But the beauty in that is that because the universe knows better than us. The universe knows more than we do and has something better in store for you. You have to begin to, you have to start focusing, because I'm seeing a lot of blue right now. That's the throat chakra. And usually the throat chakra has to deal with speaking your truth, being authentic, setting boundaries. But to me, this is the opposite. You need to start vocalizing to yourself and to the universe and to people what you do want, the life you do want to live, what you are happy about, instead of being on the defense all the time. Instead of saying, I don't want this, I don't like that, all of these negatives. Focus on the positives in order to completely transform your life in a 100-degree angle. And you need to let love take over and transform. Look at this. Here's the perfect example. Do you see this card? You see this card full of beautiful and colorful nature that is just so gorgeous. And the thing about this card is no man could have created this. This occurred naturally. This is nature. This is the universe having its way in this earth. And so to me that really represents, if you can let go of your sense of control, of understanding, of just trying to make everything happen your way and realize that the universe knows better and there's something better in store for you, it's going to be something you can't even imagine, way more beautiful. Because right here, make your dreams real. Instead of being on the defense and using all of your efforts to, feed into this paranoia that, the future is just going to hurt me. And as time goes by, things are just more likely to go wrong. Make your dreams real. Use that effort because you're smart, you're clever, you have a very strong and clever mind. Create the life you want to live. Create the opportunities you wish you had. Sorry, super passionate about this topic. You have blessings come around the corner if you can just put your weapons down, be grateful for what you have, for what's going right in your life. Trust in the universe And this is one of my very favorite phrases. If you take nothing from this reading, take this with you. It's something I use to reprogram my subconscious beliefs, because they affect your actions and your mindsets, is simply, I know I am programmed to fear the unknown, but through my life, my lessons, my experiences, I trust and accept with perfect love that the future is going to do nothing but bring me the answers to my prayers, bring me the things that I desire, bring me the life that I want to live. You should be excited with every passing second, because the only thing between you and the life you want to live is a matter of time. Because I can already see in your future right now, like, you've discovered your skills, your assets, your wisdom, and you're using them, and you're crafting the life you want to live. But you got to let go of this frustration, or else that tower will keep crumbling. You'll keep having these course corrections, because you don't create your world, you co-create with the creator. You trust in divine detours. Realize that, if this resonates, it wasn't your fault. That's the universe saying, hey, sweetie, we got something better. I really wanted to live in Charleston, and due to a series of just super specific events that were out of my control, I'm planted back in my hometown in Columbia. And yes, I went kicking and screaming like everyone else does, but there have been so many blessings and just so much healing and love, and just it could bring me to tears. I have so much gratitude. Please just trust in the universe for once, please. Because this is what you have looking forward to. Ace of Abundance, 3 of Abundance, 6 of Abundance. This is all about money. Ace of Abundance is about a monetary gift. This is about receiving money in the mail. This tarot brings wonderful news. A windfall of resources comes your way to help you with your plans. These resources may involve money, advice, or assistance in getting things done. It's a good time to start a new venture, change careers, or go into business for yourself. There may be important contracts to sign. And so whatever this course correction could be, whether you got fired, you moved jobs, you moved towns, with the swords and the wands and the abundance, I'm really getting a feeling that this is more like finances and just, I planned this for my life and it's just not going to plan. But that's because there's something better for you. This Ace of Abundance could be a change in plans, could be a change in colleges, going a new direction. And 3 of Abundance traditionally is the 3 of Pentacles. It talks about collaboration in order to make more money. Your efforts yield bigger results. Your worth now being seen in a group, in a collaborative group. If you were contributing more weight than other people, that's going to come to an end. Your passions will lead to your divine life purpose. Do what you love and have confidence in your talent. Learn everything there is to know about your interests by taking classes, getting a mentor, or teaming up with like-minded people. Allow your creativity to soar. And the 6 of Abundance traditionally is 6 of Pentacles, and it's about generosity. It's about balance. It's about... I want to sift through my tarot deck in order to show you, but it's literally this man standing there. You know what? I'll kind of explain it using this. So it's a man giving out, and traditionally it's money. So see the seeds as money, if you can see that. And this angel is out handing out presents like Santa Claus. But now there's a readjustment between this man getting a fair share and this woman getting a fair share. But either way, they're both receiving blessings from the universe. This is, a lucky time for your business, for your finances. Wherever you go, you will have a lucky streak, because the universe is going to start... Everything I touch turns to gold. Everything I do works, because you are now on that right path. You're now on the correct path. You went kicking and screaming, but soon you will see the efforts of your results. And I get a feeling that, I had the feeling at the beginning of the reading when I was talking with the tiger's eye, it's for people who need courage and strength, but I also got the feeling that false courage, false strength, holding on to something too tightly, thinking that it's your responsibility to build this humongous life when all you have to do is show up and be present. Having strength to know this isn't my battle. Strength to know that whatever comes my way is going to be better than what I had. Because I will not stop until I make my dreams a reality. No one's going to stop me, and that's the strength that I need, is knowing that all the limits that I have in my life, I have placed on myself. Because in reality, paranoia and thinking that the world is against you is a reflection of, it's a reflection of you. Your reality is a reflection of your subconscious beliefs. You're so paranoid because deep down, you don't trust the universe. But that's because you don't trust yourself. You blame yourself for mistakes that have been made in the past. You need to forgive yourself for those things. You need to say, you know what? They weren't mistakes because I've learned from them, and they've put me exactly where I needed to be in this very moment, and for that, I'm choosing to be grateful. I am proud of myself for what I went through, for what I've learned, because I could have just hit rock bottom, but instead I chose to grow and I chose to learn from it. Whew. Oh, sorry, I came out more of like a channeled message than me interpreting the cards. Because the moment I got done, I said, what was I talking about? But you need to trust what you have learned, what you've experienced, because now that you've learned those lessons, you're not going to have to learn them again. Hopefully. And there's nothing truly to fear, because if it's out of your control, then why even fear it? Fearing it is not going to do anything. It's not going to change anything. That's more power, effort, and energy that you could be using to, work on collaborative projects, start your own business, plan how to create the life you want to live instead of worrying all the damn time. Seriously, you are imprisoned and enchained by your fears, by your feeling like you always constantly have to fight. Put your weapons down. It's okay. You're okay. And now I'm going to use these tarot cards. I'm going to, if you can overcome these fears, because they're irrational. Stress can be healthy because it reminds you to pay your bills, to wake up on time so you're not late for work. Anxiety is irrational fears. They are delusions. Yes, you're going to hit challenges along the way, but that's life. It's nothing you can't overcome. Why are you worried? You should be excited, because with every passing moment, you are creating a better life for you, because you're that kind of person. You are organized. You are disciplined. You know what you want, and you know how to go get it. So what's stopping you? You're stopping you, period. Every time you have an irrational fear come up, you have to do exactly what I do, and you have to say, that's not real. That's not true. That's not real. I have no reason to fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. Like, I used to have an irrational fear of being alone. And so I would just give myself to everyone. Well, not like that. You know what I mean? And till I realized I'm spreading myself so thin because I'm so scared of just being alone. And then I had to sit there and literally say, that's not true. That's not true. I am loved no matter what. I am never truly alone. And you have to reprogram your subconscious in order to change your reality. Change your perspective in order to change your reality. Now let's see if you have the strength to trust in the universe. 8, number of strength. Talked about that in the last reading. 8 is the number of strength. I forgot what I was saying. But if you can overcome, right now, the karmic lesson for you to learn is to completely change your mindset from, the universe is working for me. The universe is working with me, helping me, assisting me, instead of the universe is out to get me. People are out to get me. I'm just ultimately going to get hurt. If you can change that whole perspective, but this is deeply rooted. You got to forgive, and you got to, I almost want to not forget, but let go. Make it God's, because this is a lot of weight on your shoulders, and you need to completely change your perspective, because you need to wake up every morning and say, today is going to be a better day than it was yesterday. Every waking moment that I experience is a better one than I had experienced, if you know what I mean. And that mindset will manifest into your reality. If you believe there's no way but up, you will only go up. But You are the only one in charge of that mindset. So now let's see what's coming your way if you can overcome this cycle and break this cycle. Ooh, the Hanged Man. Ah, that's so beautiful. Okay, so I gotta kind of like ease up on y'all because I don't want to give y'all like a hard time, because these cards are telling me when there's a lot of course corrections by the universe, a lot of times it's just simply wrong place, wrong time. There's no closure. There's no why. It's just quick, irreversible change. And, you know, one of the reasons why you haven't let this stuff go, you haven't forgiven, you haven't forgotten, is because you haven't received that closure. But this is telling me that right here, if you stay disciplined and you work on what you need to work on and you put in that effort to go deep down and change those beliefs, and if you do that work, you will have this new perspective. The Hanged Man is all about seeing things, I mean, from a spiritual standpoint, seeing things from a completely different perspective, being enlightened, and it's telling me that you will finally have the closure that you never had. You'll see why all of these course corrections have happened. You'll know why you had to be here instead of there. And the Magician is someone who, I just talked about this in the previous reading, the Magician is someone who sees all the tools in front of them. This is the main meaning in archetype of the Magician, is someone who realizes all the tools that they have right in front of them, has all the knowledge, all the wisdom, all of the guidance from the universe, and realizes and finally comes into their power that they have everything that they need within them and in front of them to create the reality that they want to live. You have all the tools in front of you. You have everything that you need within you from here. There's no more, I gotta get this, I gotta do that, I gotta go there, I have everything within me here in this very moment to create the life that I wanna live. Now let me step into my power with confidence and with love and with trust, not with fear-based emotions. We can either act out of fear or we can act out of love. But this is gaining control of your life in a loving, trusting, faithful way. The Magician co-creates with the universe. Let's go, because the Magician is someone who says, you know what, I'm going to do this spell or ritual, quote unquote, and I'm so powerful and I know that. And if it doesn't work, it's simply because the universe is saying, hey, I know better. You're going to regret this in the long run. And if it does happen, then kudos to me. I did it again. Another achievement. Someone who understands what's meant to be, what's not meant to be. Divine timing. Someone who releases his need to understand, can see the bigger picture of the meaning of life instead of these just small, instantaneous karmic situations. If that felt negative or attacking in any way, I just want to say, you are so strong. You are about to receive so many monetary blessings. Your financial situation, whatever it is about to skyrocket. The universe is about to, you know, these course corrections, we know it's like cough syrup, taking it down. It's bitter, it hurts, but God is about to be like, okay, well now here's a spoonful of sugar. You know, you took this shot from, the nurse, like you took your flu shot, now here's a lollipop. You know, we knew how much it meant to you, how hard it was to let it go, but now that you have this strength, you're going to be blessed because what work you do in your life, you know, the inner work, the discipline, anything you can do to better your life in a healthy, loving way will be reflected in generosity from the universe back to you. Money, luck, everything you touch coming to fruition, any project or idea you have, you know, it's just, oh my God, what's going on with him? Like, he's on fire. Like, he's just trailblazing. It's literally like his thoughts are gold. Like, that's what you have to look forward to, especially at the beginning of Leo season. This is a time to plan, a time to, okay, let's recuperate. Now, where can I go from here? And you take off running and you construct. Like, you are such a trailblazer is what I'm hearing. Trailblazer. Yes. Okay. Before I continue all night on this reading, I'm going to stop you guys here. Thank you so much for tuning into my reading. I hope it resonated. Comment down in the comments what resonated. Tell me your story. I love reading it. I'll respond to as many people as I can. Please like, comment, subscribe. I think those are all those YouTube words. If you found this reading insightful or helpful in any way, please share it. Please let me know. Let me, help me see how my work is impacting other people. And, let's get the word out as much as we can. If it helps, share it. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed one. I'm so excited to see you guys, months from now and see how far you've come. I'm so proud of you. Have a blessed one.